Yeah, I know. I was switching the overlay. I was doing it, guys. I was just getting some settings going on. The game, it's only been a minute in the game. Calm down, chat. Calm down. Okay. You can see the overlay. Wow. You know, next time I'm not even going to open the chat. I'm just not going to read what you guys are saying. Okay, so Iaguz, Terran, top right. Seed, Teal, Protoss, bottom left. So yeah, this is going to be the hard part, is casting as if I did not see this before, which is going to be a little bit difficult here. All right, so Iaguz opening up with a looks like a quick gas. I believe that's a gas, right? Yeah, it's a gas. So little deja vu going on here. I think I saw this game before. So quick gas opening from Iaguz. Gas first into barracks. Meanwhile, Seed opening up with 2 gases in the main base. Now, usually you would see just a Protoss opening up with 1 gas, then going into a natural expansion. If you're going 2 gases, of course, it means you're going to be going some kind of heavy tech opening, whether it's Blink, whether it's quicker Mothership Core to scout, DTs, things like that. And as we saw in the series for tonight, Seed's a big fan of Dark Templars in Protoss versus Terran. So this quick gas is definitely indicative of just a quick Reaper opening. If you go gas first into barracks in PvT, 100%, actually 90% of the time. Nothing ever is 100%. I hate saying 100% because sometimes it's just not even a right percentage. But I would say like 85 to 90% of the time, it's going to be a quick Reaper opening, and that's what we're seeing from Iaguz. Moving up here. Gonna go to work on the probe, and that probe is dead. So first blood does go to the Reaper of Iaguz, and he's expanding behind it. So very normal opening from the Terran, followed by a reactored barracks, generally made here to produce enough Marines, enough units, just enough stuff at defending a quick Oracle that could be coming for Seed. People in chat are wondering, what's the score? What's going on? What is this? The show match is over. So Seed won 4-0. But this is the second game that I did not have the overlay up for. So I am giving you guys the benefit of the doubt. And a nice way of apologizing is going over the replay that you guys did not see. So hopefully you guys get a better idea of what's going on here. Alright, so Seed going for a quick Twilight Council. Yonsu. Pretty expected to see a quick Twilight here on this map. Blink so good. A lot of different entrants, a lot of different opportunities to really control the map and take advantage of the terrain. Blinking here is very popular. Blinking back here too. Quite useful. Generally you would see a time warp on this ramp as well to be annoying to the Terran player. But good thing for Iaguz is he's already starting these supply depot walls. Not even a wall, just perimetering them around his base to be able to see better vision and to see if there's mothership cores anywhere near it. But Iaguz, oh, this could be good for Iaguz. Hops in the main base. Seed, being a top player, knows that this is a possibility. Is he going to deny the scout, though? Reaper's going to come in the back. Oh, man, that Reaper needs to head on the treadmill. Pretty sure I can even squeeze through there. Oh man, that Reaper. Pretty fat Reaper, fortunately. So he's not going to see with the Reaper. But he throws down a scan, and he does confirm the Twilight, and he sees the Chrono Boost onto the Blink. So now Iaguz knows exactly what's going on. Sees the 2 gateways, sees the Twilight Council, knows that his opponent's going to be pretty much on 2 bases. I mean, Seed's been on 2 bases for quite some time here. Now we're going to see a little bit of a push out from Iaguz. Moving across the map with a few Marines. Units count 14 Marines, 1 Marauder. Again, as I mentioned earlier in the cast for this game, always good to get Stim before Combat Shield or Concussive when you're dealing with this kind of Blink play. But what we're going to see from Seed here is going to be something quite cool and not really... not many Protoss players do this against Terran on this map. And this is exactly what it is. If you notice here, Iaguz getting Stim, beautiful response. This is what you have to do against it. Even getting, you should be getting some bunkers here pretty soon. Remember him getting 2 bunkers. but we'll wait and see. Has a bunker at the natural, so that's definitely good for defense. But if you look here, Seed is not making more units, people. 7 Stalkers is the only thing he has on the map. This is his army. 8 minutes into the game, he's on 2 bases, taking a 3rd base, which is the genius part of this build, is he's faking the aggression. He's not committing to this. There's no pylon, there's no additional warp-ins, there's nothing like that. And this is where Iaguz, this is a normal response. Just get a bunker near your main, a bunker near your ramp, and a bunker in your natural. This is what you do as Terran to try to defend this Blink Stalker play. But now we're going to have Seed just extend his lead. He's taking a 3rd, getting charge, which is a typical follow-up here with this Blink play, getting the 3rd Nexus, as I mentioned earlier. Also adding on 2 additional gateways and getting Storm. So now Iaguz is just very, very defensive. He's like, okay, where's the attack? This is not coming anytime soon. I don't see you blinking in my main. I don't see any time warps. I don't see anything like that. And Seed's just controlling the map with these 7 Stalkers. Meanwhile, he's using all his additional resources to just make probes, make upgrades, get tech structures, get more gateways, so he can have a much bigger, more intimidating army in the mid to late game. So Iaguz is going to move up. He's going to have Stim. That's going to help big time here for Iaguz. Does have a pair of medevacs as well, adding on some barracks back home. Still producing these medevacs, combat shield on the way, and +1. So everything looking very clean for Iaguz in terms of production-wise. 92 supply to 86 as well. So he's ahead in supply in that regard. And we're going to see Iaguz start to do a little bit of pressure here. He realizes that there's not a committal to the Blink Stalkers. He's a little bit kind of curious to see as to what's going on from Seed's perspective. And he's going to start to move across the map here. A little map control here by Seed. Army supply, 36 to 53. So this is usually the time where Iaguz has a big lead in army supply. And I'm going to pause the replay really quickly just to give you guys an idea at kind of his timing here. So 25 Marines, 6 Marauders. If you notice, Seed has no time to get Storm. He's using Archons, trying to get as many gateways on the map as possible to defend this attack. And if he defends this, he's going to have a big lead, because look back home, Iaguz is just now starting the 3rd base, whereas Seed has had this 3rd base for a lot longer of a period of time. 58 probes to 51 SCVs. Let's go ahead and resume the replay. Iaguz is going to go ahead and stim. He's going to go ahead and get himself a few probe kills. Seed, remember, does have charge. Got that pretty early, right after he got his blink. Going to focus down the medevacs with the Blink Stalkers. Good little force field placement again. Archon's pretty fat. They can dice through or just run through the force fields. And just from that attack, Seed has a big advantage. 20 supply advantage, Harvester advantage, Army supply advantage. Whereas we see Iaguz just now starting the 3rd base. He has decent production and his upgrades aren't bad. But the thing is, it becomes a matter of economy and a matter of money and how much stuff you can make. And when you have 3 base to 2 base, even just from Seed's perspective in this game, your lead is just going to continue to advance and grow in the mid to late game. So now we see Seed kind of moving towards the center of the map. 107 supply to 92. Getting +1 armor. Going for the robotics facility switch here. So we'll see Colossus for this game. So Seed opting to go for Templar into Colossi, or Archon, excuse me, into Colossi rather than going Colossi into Archon. Pretty expected, as he did open up with Blink. So that's kind of the normal transition you would do at this point in the game. And now we see Iaguz going to work on this rock. So he's gearing up for this 3rd base, but again, Seed, his whole strategy here is he's already on 3 bases. All he has to do is just not get dropped and lose a bunch of probes and lose a bunch of structures. He just needs to deny the 3rd base of Iaguz. That is the whole strategy here. And what we're going to see that's so clever from Seed, I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet. We'll see it in the production tab. But right now he's just controlling the map, looking at the watchtowers, has pylons on the left side of the map to go ahead and detect any sort of medevac drops that could be coming from Iaguz. Getting a robotic space, so we are going to be seeing that normal Colossus transition. +2 armor is going to finish pretty soon here. And Iaguz is taking a very normal 3rd, and I love the incorporation of these Widow Mines from Iaguz. These are going to actually do quite a bit of damage when the engagement actually happens. So 149 supply to 140. A little bit of army movements here from both players. Iaguz trying to control this watchtower. Seed's like, nope, not gonna let that happen. I'm just gonna, your 1 Marine is gonna see my 3 Archons, trillion Zealots, and 7 Blink Stalkers. Okay, so also the War Prison. This is, like, again, a nice little cool variation into the build of Seed. This is gonna start testing the multitasking of Iaguz. And if you notice here, no turrets, nothing like that. I mean, he's not playing a TVT of mech or anything like that. There's really no need to make like 50 turrets in your main. But sometimes you see some players make a turret or 2 here to deal with this War Prison play. But now we're going to see Iaguz really start to hammer out the macro. This is something he's really, really good at. His mechanics are, I've been told, really, really top-notch compared to a lot of foreigners and Koreans. 172 supply to 183. So despite him moving into the 3rd base of Seed and losing his entire army, he's still able to keep the supply count really, really close. And look at this. The timing. 2 ghosts are not out just yet. There's not a single ghost on the map from Iaguz. 2 ghosts are going to finish in like 50 seconds, something like that. But Seed's going to attack. And this is the beauty of this. Seed, if he kills a 3rd, it's going to be GG. At the same time, in the main base, Zealot's getting warped in. Going to start to go to work on a lot of these SCVs. There's the attack from Seed. 197 supply to 170. Superior upgrades. Good little army positioning. Good Widow Mine hits by Iaguz, though. And a lot of these bio units are just going to die. So just a 2-pronged attack here by Seed. Timing it out really nicely. Sending the Zealots into the main. Also able to attack into the 3rd base. And that ultimately does it